game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Apologies on the late time today. I had a dog problem, got caught in my cords, and it was not fun. But back, hopefully everything's sounding good, audio sounding good. If not, I apologize, probably just scrapped this whole video. But today, we're in theory checking out Hubworld Aidalon, and if you happen to catch this, let me know if the audio is all right, please. This has 7.1 thousand people already following, 1.7 thousand people back in its race, $272,000. And honestly, I wanted to cover it because I thought the artwork looked pretty cool. I thought it looked distinct and different. I still hate the main image for not showing me gameplay or components or player count or time length or any other useful information aside from just, hey, pretty art, but I want to know more. Also, I know Hubworld's like a big deal, I think, so I'm excited to dip my toes into the intellectual property that is Hubworld and see if they bring me in as someone who knows nothing about Hubworld. But I'm also, of course, going to be looking at it from someone who knows about Hubworld. On the Hubworld of Aidalon, there's no problem that a fistful of shards can't solve. Build out your sphere of influence and race to keep your foothold through cunning and subterfuge in the sustainably produced, interesting, so I'm expecting a higher priced, competitive, expandable card game for 2 to 4 players. Okay, it's a card game too, sustainably produced. 25 minutes, okay, 2 to 4 players, ages 12 plus. Wasn't what I was expecting. Wow, honestly, kudos for them. Anytime you could turn a small box card game into $275,000, good for you. It reminds me a little bit of Radlands, which was the last time I feel like I really saw someone with a smaller card game just crush it like this. So I'm excited to see what they did in the video. Oh, this is just a learn to play.
Hi, my name is Andrew Fisher from Earthborn Games, and today we're super excited to show you our brand new card game, Hubworld Aidalon. Aidalon is a non-collectible card game of espionage, daring, and deduction.
It feels a little bit like the video. Is there another video? So this is the video. Okay. I'm not going to watch all 17 minutes, but starting with how to play it makes me feel good, especially considering I imagine it's going to be a decent price. Now, it's healthily, sustainably made or whatever, so it's going to be slightly more, but still, small box card game. Well, smaller box card game.
Today I'm joined by Corey DeVore. Corey is one of the graphic design.
Okay, so now we're getting into the weeds of this stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's it quite what I personally want, but $275,000, it's a nice way to start. I hope there's another video that's a bit more compact than 17 minutes, but I'm not going to complain about how to play video. I always say put that as high as you can. Holy God, $130. I was not expecting to pay $130 for this game. Let's see how many cards there are, I guess. That feels high, and I guess that is, I'm getting the playmat. I'm getting a nice looking playmat, very functional looking playmat, but man, that's my first knee jerk. But dig me into Hubworld. What, like, I think this is an intellectual property that I should know, right? I think I did. It's a non-collectible competitive card game. It's got espionage and subterfuge. There's Hubworld. Art looks great. In the myriad of districts of Aidalon, exceptional individuals known as seekers rise above the throng, trading in the black market currency known as shards. Seekers enlist the aid. So we're going into theme about how the what's and the what's and pay for the cards and whatnot. Show me the cards already. What's in the internal set? Inaugural set, excuse me. All right, cards. That's it. Hey, there we go. It's $80 for this. Thank you for letting me know like how many cards, how many tokens, how many chits, how many dice, how many anything. Just like, nah, 80 bucks. Here we go. See, and I always feel like it's weird when companies spread those two things apart, even if it's just with one image. 4 reference cards, rule book, and quick start guide, 88 moment cards, 64 tokens, 88 resources. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, I'd like to zoom in a little bit more on the cards, but that's it. 88 source cards, 88 moment cards. And now, once I learn a little bit more about how exactly this game played, or maybe I've already watched a 17-minute video while I was going to the bathroom or something like that, or skimmed through it or 2 times or whatnot, and I said, oh, I like the idea of this game. And I say, oh, 88 obstacle cards, that's a big variety. 88 source cards, cool. Fairly well enough done. So how many cards is that? 88, 88, 88. So it's 240 plus 24, 264, 284, 292. So 292 cards. All right. In my mind, 292 cards. Wow. 292 cards for 130 bucks. Hey, we're not off to a good start here. Like, man, I really, I guess maybe it's because Hubworld's much beloved. Because this does look cool. The art looks nice. And the cards, now that we see the cards, now I'm getting it. Now I'm getting it. Let's go. I feel like a preview, gameplay, quotes, something would be nice here. But once again, it's not a huge deal how you organize it on GameFound or on Kickstarter now because you can just put it wherever you want on the side right there. OmniWorks, the remnants, you're going into the theme. Gameplay overview, okay. Stuff, things, tip the cards, tap the cards. That's it. That's all we get. I don't feel like as a non-Hubworld fan, I'm convinced, unless I sit through that 17-minute video. So it feels like the intellectual property is really pushing this, or maybe it's the brand loyalty, because I don't... Is Hubworld a thing? I gotta Google this now. Because if this is just them releasing this new intellectual property that's Hubworld, I'm really impressed that they made $200,000 off that, because that was not Hubworld. Is this the TV show? Okay, Canadian television show distributed on the. Is this? Can I show some? Can you show me artwork? Is this the thing? I'm assuming this is it. World of Entertainment. No, this isn't. This is not the same thing. So no, it isn't. It's just like its own separate thing. Well, kudos for them. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that's it. Okay, so I'm going to guess that's just brand loyalty rubbing off of like, hey, we did this because I think they did the Earthborn Rangers. Yeah, this is why I should check before we get into it. Sorry, I'm just so used to watching a video and then I check the track record of the company, but they just kind of pulled the rug on the video there and I just went into it. That's an interesting strategy. Yeah, so that explains a lot. Yeah, we did Earthborn Rangers, the second edition, which means we did the first edition. It raised $3.5 million. Yeah, so our fans were excited for this game. I get it now. And they launched a new intellectual property, essentially, that they're hoping is going to be Hubworld. Good for them. What are we going? Earthborn Rangers Kickstarter. Let's make sure people got their stuff. And they're moving from Kickstarter to GameFound. Interesting choice. I feel like they're probably pretty happy with $200,000, I imagine. Oh, they've only done one thing? Really? No, that can't be right, because they did the second edition, right? Is it down here? Oh, I gotta click on it. Click on it. There we go. One follower. I don't want to know what. So they only did Earthborn Rangers. And they did Earthborn Rangers second edition on GameFound? So this is a GameFound project. Okay. Now I'm understanding. Wow. They went from 3.5 to 454 to 3.5. Wow. Good for them. That's how you do a second edition. Jiminy Christmas. I like the cut of their jig. This is their second game? So they did Earthborn second edition, and then they just slammed down a $200,000 card game. Good for them. Wow. Is that it? This is the two. Kudos. Holy crap. All right, so let's check out the most recent, make sure people got their stuff. If we need to update our shipping conditions because of a move, how do we reach out to you? Anyone see any indication that fulfillment has started again? That's disappointing news. The way things have been heading, I wouldn't be surprised if this starts to bleed to July-August timetable, which then potentially runs into Gen Con, another con where product will probably be available. Oh, so this hasn't shipped out yet. Possible, yes, but seeing as we still have orders in waves, that's what it's important to figure out here. So let's check out these updates. Because, you know, if they shipped out wave 1 or wave 2, it's not as big of a deal as, oh, we haven't shipped out anything, and we're just doing. Because then the natural thought in your mind is like, I wonder why they're rushing this. Like, you don't want to hope. It's like, we need money because tariff stuff, but it's like, now in the back of your head, it's like, it's like AI art. It's the new AI art. Are they launching this Kickstarter a bit early because? And I hate to think that way, but I've talked to some people in the industry. It's like, yeah, that's going to be stuff that people have to do. And then they're essentially just going to be robbing Peter to pay Paul, which has tumbled company after company after company after company. And it's just really scary because it's like, yeah, we see these companies collapsing now, but how many companies are taking that gamble and like, we're just going to like, it's like we can either go out of business or we can try to rob Pete to pay Paul. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, I get why you would. When you say very soon we start fulfilling simpler orders in a similar fashion to what we did in the States for the European context, is there any more additional details that can be shared on that? Can these simpler orders be fulfilled in May still instead of summer? So it's for 6 days ago. Not answering the question. Thank you. I live in the U.S. and pledged for the gameplay all-in and deluxe Ranger token. Does this mean that everything needed for my pledge is now in the U.S. and is just waiting before being shipped? So essentially, I'm scared of tariffs. Thanks for going the extra mile and the transparency. Thank you for not answering the question. What was missing for people's base copies in the first run? I didn't know anything about that, and my copy is still sealed, but I'll check. Okay, so it is. They're shipping things. Okay, cool. That makes me feel way more comfortable. Can you do it? I'm going to go with the yes. All right? Still, I'd log in there and answer some of those questions, but we're good. And honestly, the fact that it raised $200,000 for a card game should tell you that, yeah, they're probably fine. They have the brand loyalty. Cool. So let's go back to the project. So can you do it? Yeah, I'm feeling good on it. Do I want it? No, not really. I mean, that price feels terrible for what you're showing me so far. No quotes, no gameplay. I mean, unless we're just talking art. We're talking art, cool. But if we're just talking, you send me this prototype in the mail, and they say, "Oh, how much is this game going to cost?" I say $130. I say, what? You say, "Oh, it's gonna have a fancy box and a play mat." And you say, "Okay." I don't need to mention that part in the video, right? I don't know what the final price will be. Yeah, I've had that talk before. People are like, "That's the price you go with." Okay. They'll be like, "What do you think of that price?" I'll be like, seems a bit high. Yeah, 130. Doesn't feel great. So we got 421. The Curious, 23. So this is the preview deck. Instead of 2 completely pre-constructed. Oh, okay. So that didn't, like, yeah, I feel like that 17-minute video is not the play to go. I love having that video, and honestly, having that video really early on would be great, but I feel like you need to condense that into about 2 minutes explaining what this is and why it's so great, and these preview decks and all this sort of stuff, and the constructions and your track record, and all these other things that we're just jumping past, and I wonder if that maybe is holding back people who are not Earthborn Ranger fans. Because you haven't even mentioned really Earthborn Rangers or your pedigree with Earthborn Rangers, because I imagine it's incredibly highly rated on Board Game Geek, because I think I checked it a couple weeks ago as part of putting it on a Board Game Geek math train. So the basics, $80. So an $80 game, I get 731. That one feels better. It still doesn't feel good. Yeah, so this is the 88, 88, 88, 88, the complete set of 300 cards. It feels fine. It feels, we haven't even got to shipping. No, it doesn't feel good. Like, it just doesn't. 731, 421, and maybe that's because there's more here. 145, 312 for the Ultimate, the Agent. There's no collectability on this. Well, good for them. Head-to-head duelers, apparently, they print money sometimes. Because I don't see it. I don't. Like, it doesn't feel like a good $80 value. And maybe it's just because I'm not excited about it, but maybe a 2-minute video would have got me excited about it, or a preview or some quotes would have got me excited about it. Or, hey, we did these other games which are freaking spectacular, and now we're back for this card game, and we've been working on this for years. And, like, it's just, as someone who knows nothing about Hubworld, and I don't want to sit through a 17-minute video, I don't feel like I'm just like, that doesn't feel great. Like, 130 bucks, maybe I'll go buy a big box of plastic. Watch our Learn to Play video, read the quick start rules, great, reference our rules glossary. This is all fantastic. Oh, preview deck, how to play video, download the print and play. So this is all fantastic, great stuff. Ways to play. This is, yeah, neat. Make me read it, cool. I could have been part of that 2-minute video. What is this? This is okay, this is gameplay. This is them showcasing, and this is why they launched at $200,000. I imagine a lot of people have been following this for a while, and they're excited about it. I just watched a video of the first Earthborn Rangers campaign. I think a lot of the same complaints come up. Yeah. I find that sometimes. with companies. It's like, oh, yeah, you have a way of doing it, and it works. I don't get it sometimes, because I feel like other companies, if they did the same thing, would be in trouble. But I think that Earthborn Rangers, which let's just go get that. I want to see how highly rated that is, because I think that will help explain, at least in my brain, why there's so many people just excited for this, because I think it is super. Yeah, 8.1. Jiminy Christmas. We're talking top 1,000. You know, customizable games, top 12, and we're up there with Star Wars X-Wing, Lord of the Rings the card game, Summoner Wars. Like, these are the Lord of the Rings the card game, Arkham Horror the card game. These are grail, like, these are like lifestyle games for many people, and that does help me explain why I should be excited more about this game. When I see that, oh, this game is in this specific lane, now I get it more. And I don't feel like you did a great job showcasing that to me, and I definitely don't feel like you did a great job showcasing who you are. Put some dang respect on your name. Let's check out your rule booklet. It's not a rule booklet. Oh, yeah, it is. Ooh, that looks nice. Oh, man, that looks great. That looks really nice. Beautiful looking rule booklet. That gets me way more excited about the game. Is this good? So we got a bunch of videos here. Yeah, why don't we pull some quotes from this? Like, you got a Jamie Stegmaier quote? Like, why don't we lead with that? He was just on CNN or Fox News or something like a week ago. I feel like that's like, oh yeah, Jamie Stegmaier said that this game has one of my favorite mechanisms of da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, in this very game. Not just talking about Earthborn Rangers. He's talking about this game. You have the golden boy. One of the golden boys of publishing. That's not an insult. That like if I was going to say the golden boys of game reviewing, it'd be like, all right, you got Shut Up, Sit Down, you got Tom Bass, you got some people. If I was going to say the golden boys of publishing right now, Jamie Stegmaier would be on that short list. I would 155 million freaking percent have this way higher as both a quote and as a video. Sell your dang game without making me read through just walls of text or sitting through a 17-minute slow how to play video. Like, no thank you. And now we're going to why the game is going to cost more because we're using blah 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 blah. Your shipping contents will be calculated, so it's $17.27 for the basics and the agents. Wow, I'm glad your featured pledge is the Seeker, and that one's not a featured pledge on here. Chef's kiss on that. I know it's a crazy concept, but if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pledges, I know it's a lot. You should probably have 6 different shipping areas, especially considering that's 28, 312, like 145, 731, 23. Those are decent amounts of numbers of people on all these pledges. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't get it. I get it now because I know it's like, look at the text on those cards. Yeah, I feel like just selling this game would have been way easier if you tried to sell it instead of just, here's a how to play video. Specifically, Netrunner Android is on the list, which is the market that is trying to capture. I got some vibes of that. I tried, not Netrunner, I tried the original once, the one that only has half of the name, and it was like really good. It blew my mind when I was first in the hobby. Like, it actually was brain burny for me the first time I played it. I'd love to get that one back to the table sometime. I don't own it. All right, so yeah, after the video, do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Do I want it? Not really. I want to try it now to see the genius because I did my homework. You didn't, but I did mine. At least I did mine in a timely manner. Like, I really just feel like some quotes here would have helped a lot. Just spotlight the pedigree. It could have gone a long way. A little personal touch. Just honestly, I imagine all the information is in the 17-minute video. Maybe just trimming it down. And then having the how to play as well. Like, just 2 separate things. More the person, like, yeah. Whatevs. Do I want it? Not really. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not particularly worried about that. You didn't spotlight your track record very well, which I still think is just not a great idea, but whatever. And then how much is it? It doesn't feel good. Like, it doesn't feel good before shipping. It doesn't feel good after shipping. I know it feels slightly worse because you're sustainable and this, that, the other thing, but it still doesn't feel good. But it's working. $274,000. So, and it's just one of those ones where it's like, what would this be doing if this was their first game and Earthborn Rangers was their second game, right? And so I try to think of it like that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it'd be nearly doing. Oh my God, they had a $200,000 funding goal. Yeah, they would be just dead in the water. This would have like $6,000 and people laughing at them if this is the first time. And that's what brand loyalty can do. And that's what putting out great games and talking to your backers and being consistent with your backers is. So really, this is just an indictment on how well they do customer service, game design, and all the other little things. Like, if we're really breaking it down, kudos to them. But at the end of the day, was this a fun campaign to go through? Not really. Do I want it? Can you do it? Yeah. How much is it? Whew, no. Final grade, C minus, D plus. Like, I feel like in my brain the number's bad, but then I look at $275,000 and I'm like, I should stop going down. But it's like, there's no great, short, concise way to learn about the game. I didn't feel like, unless you go to scroll down all the way to those videos. Yeah, C minus D plus range. I'm gonna just. I want to check out the updates in the comments before I go this. Mechanics and action, because I imagine these are some, and we forgot about those. I'm honestly just so bamboozled by not having a video. So yeah, let's check out the, because I'm going to guess they're crushing it on these updates. More punchboard tokens. We've decided to add a new token type, an additional sheet of punchboards to the set. What? Wow, that's awesome. Was this mentioned in the, thing? More deluxe wooden tokens. What was there deluxe wooden tokens? Oh, is that why I was paying more for the fancy version? You just didn't, like... We plan to release a new Hubworld Aidalon set every 6 months. This means that 6 months after the retailer released the inaugural set, we'll release a new set every 6 months of the life of the game. At this moment, we are not planning to return to crowdfunding for future sets, so in a very real way, the crowdfunding campaign is providing not only with the resources we need to produce the first set, but also the subsequent set and beyond. So this is like this super rare, like yeah, like that's the fear of missing out that I feel like should be on the main page, which makes me lean towards a D+, because that's an awesome update, but that's an awesome update that I'd love to know about before I have to go to your update. Yeah, I'm gonna go C-. I can't do a D+, because it's like a great update. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna add, like, it's just, and it creates the fear of missing out, the mechanics in action. Let's check out this one. And I'm actually really excited to see this, because I imagine they crushed them. So this one looks like it was a prepackaged one where they just go into a bunch of details about sort of this, that, the other thing. Still very useful. And that's nice. That's a good one to do. That's like a nice filler one. Let's see what people are saying. This is exactly the kind of story I was missing. More card spoilers and great article about the faction and the strategies. Thanks. Yeah. Dipping you deeper into the world. Like, it's not my cup of tea, but if I'm a big fan, that's what I want. And that's a great, right? So yeah, C-. I think the update's good. Let's check out the comments. Sorry, I give this one a grade, which I think is a C-, unless they're crushing in here, which maybe goes up to a C. Would like to say that this, as a counterpoint to some of the comments, the campaign not having stretch goals is a massive plus for me, and given the confidence that the team is building and delivering the best game so they could, the prices might be higher than what we were expecting, but I'm grateful the campaign is free of any fear of missing out and that everything will be available later at retail for those who can't back now. Thank you. Stoked for this. Like, yeah, a lot of people like that sort of stuff, but also a lot of people don't. Like, there's who's right, who's wrong. I think it varies project by project. Creating tabletop games is tough and apparently thankless work. Judged by a number of comments here, willing to bet that the majority of people here complaining about price, $80 for a few hundred cards and a couple of tokens, have never operated a business or pursued a creative endeavor. It's difficult, to say the least, to create something from nothing, but it's quite easy to consume and throw in your 2 cents. Never understood the sentiment of why am I paying X money for Y amount of components, as if a baseline money per components cost is the only value indicator that exists. What about the cost of development, playtesting, graphic design, writing, editing, a living wage for the creators, hand-drawn art, printing and distributing free preview decks, logistics and supply chain and profit margins, amongst other considerations? I play 99% solo, but I'm still considering supporting the campaign for No. I'm done with this. You are making a card game with 300 cards, and you ask for $200,000. No. D+. I don't give a damn. It's just, no, at the end of the day, that's really what it is. This is a 300 card game, and they're asking for $200,000. I don't care how much, and I know it's terrible. But I don't, just imagine if this was yeah, there we go. It's a D+. This is what I get covering a project just because I was like, ooh, the art on the cover looks intriguing. Artwork burns me again. Hubworld, Aidalon, I'm going with a D+. C-. Go C-. It has all those videos, and it has really spectacular freaking videos. Like gameplays and the things and the updates. C-. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Hubworld, Aidalon. And if you enjoyed the coverage, please be sure to click on the subscribe button. Or let me know in the comments below a Kickstarter game found backer kit, or, dear God, Indiegogo, if you can find a board game on there that you'd like me to cover for whatever reason. Be it selfish, or because it's terrible, or because it's awesome. And have a good one. Bye-bye.